former Home Minister, Mr. Shivraj Patil. Mr. Patil, sir, in Jammu Kashmir, there is a person named as Bitta Karate. He had confessed when you were the Home Minister that he had committed some murders up to the tune of 20, and then he lost track at how many Kashmiri Pandits he had killed. Also, when he was granted bail, the judge said that he was shocked at why prosecution didn't prosecute the case properly. He's still on bail. What's your take on it, sir?
I have no information about this case, and the gentleman to whom this confession was made has not also brought it to the notice of anybody who was working in my office, not in Home Ministry, in my office or to me. So I have absolutely no information about this case. And the criminal cases are investigated into by the state police. They are conducted in the court with the help of the state authority, state police. And then the judgment is given. So it was not necessary for anybody to bring it to our notice. And if anybody is saying that 20 people were killed and that confession was made 10 years before, the gentleman who had received that information could have brought it to the notice of all the persons in the state government who could have looked into it. I do not know whether it was brought to their notice or not.
Can a retrial or a speedy trial can happen in this?
You know, one has to understand the law. The Constitution of India says that a person cannot be penalized 2 times. If the case has been conducted in a court of law, and if the acquittal is given, you can file an appeal against that acquittal in the higher court. If it is acquitted by a magistrate, you can go to the sessions court. If he is acquitted by the sessions court, you can go to the high court. If the high court also has acquitted the person, you can go to the Supreme Court. If he is convicted in the same fashion, you can go from one court to the other court in appeal. But you cannot ask for a retrial. Now because if you, having acquitted him, if you retry him, now you are prosecuting him 2 times. Now there are certain provisions which have to be very carefully looked into. If the matter has not been brought to the notice of anybody at any time, and it is a very substantial matter, only then you can go to the court and you can say that this matter was not brought to our notice, and so please look into it. But these things are very, very carefully looked into from the legal point of view. Now, if the matter has occurred 10 years back, why is it being brought to the notice now? To malign the previous government, or to malign the present government, or to malign anyone else? Why? And if it is necessary, let the court take a decision. Let the court, if the matter is pending in the court, you produce that evidence and you conduct it there.
But the way you say that is a state matter, so there's a state who has to decide.
I'm not going to say that I am not responsible, state is responsible, and then say that the chief minister or the minister is responsible. Why are you asking? I'm not going to take that kind of stand, because I don't want to misunderstand the state government. Now, was it brought to the notice of the person who could have taken a proper action at that time? That is what is to be found out, and then only you can form an opinion.
But if there is evidence, should he be prosecuted?
No, I don't know. Let the court decide. Let the court decide. It is a matter pending in the court decide. Now, if the bail is given and if the final judgment is not given, if the case is pending, there is no question of retrial. Now, anybody who is asking the question or anybody who is replying to this question, the simple question is, are you discussing the decision given by the judge in the bail application, or it is the final decision given by him? And then you have to decide. If the facts are not before you and you are sitting and giving judgment, Are you going to say that he is the worst kind of criminal? How do you say he is worst kind of criminal or not worst kind of criminal without knowing the facts? How do I know it?
Final question, sir. Bitta Karate, there are two other Hurriyat leaders who have come out and said that they are being given money by Pakistan to burn the valley, burn the schools there. What to make of the situation which has panned out in Kashmir?
No, if that is the evidence which has been brought to the notice of anybody who has received it, let that evidence be examined carefully, and if it is found to be correct, let proper legal action be taken against those people who are saying this thing.
Well, that is what the former Home Minister has to say with journalist Ashwini Helen. This is Supriya Bharadwaj for India.
Big admission by former Home Minister Shivraj Patil as India Today dug out tapes of Bitta Karate's chilling confession. Now, Shivraj Patil, though, is saying that there could be a conspiracy behind it to malign the previous government, and why question this honourable court's order. But here is the point. Did prosecution fail to present a watertight case with Bitta Karate, who is roaming free after his own confession that he did not miss the target when it was Kashmiri Pandits? He shot straight in their heart and he has killed as many as 20 Kashmiri Pandits, according to the tapes accessed by India Today. Now, MOS PMO Jitendra Singh has lauded India Today's efforts to bring the terrorists to the book. Government has assured that NIA will probe Bitta Karate for mass murder of Kashmiri Pandits. Should now the cases against Bitta Karate be reopened in this regard? India Today's executive editor Gaurav Sawant joining us. Also joining us is Kamal Jeet, who is following the story from Srinagar. Now, first, coming to you, Gaurav, you've spoken to the MOS PMO, and the question that's coming from the former Home Minister is this, that it's part of a conspiracy. It seems that these tapes are surfacing now. But do you believe that the earlier government, especially the Congress government, which was also in coalition with the PDP in Jammu and Kashmir, failed to elicit a watertight case against Bitta Karate? If there could be chilling tapes with his confession, why is it that the Congress failed to access it?
You know, these tapes were in the India Today archives. Newstrack did this investigation. There's a terrorist on camera who's confessing he killed 20 people. And it's not us who's saying anything. It is Judge S.D. Vani, the Tata Court judge. While giving bail to Bitta Karate in 2006, he said that he's pained at the fact that the prosecution did not pursue a case strongly and did not build a strong case, compelling him to give bail to Bitta Karate. He said that these are crimes of which Bitta Karate is accused of. They deserve only either death penalty or a life in prison. But then he's giving him bail because the state did not build a case. So whether it's a conspiracy against the Congress or the then government in the state, well, that is for the Congress to answer. But when I interviewed MOS in the Prime Minister's office, Jitendra Singh, he said that the government is committed to bringing justice to the Kashmiri Pandits who had been displaced, specifically on the issue of Bitta Karate.
Absolutely.
He said as far as the NIA is concerned, it's investigating the 70 crore rupee bribe demand to fuel unrest in Jammu and Kashmir. Should facts emerge, the NIA will investigate all aspects of the case, or the state government will investigate all aspects of the case. He said that's a legal position for the legal ministries to then take a call on and decide.
Absolutely, Gaurav. And the way one is seeing the confessions of Bitta Karate that are out in the open now as well. The point is that should now we end politics as far as terrorism is concerned? Let's play out that reaction. India Today exclusive with MOS PMO Jitendra Singh.
So, as you know, your coalition partner heads the government, you and the coalition partner, the PDP, BJP government in the state, BJP government at the center, Kashmiris demanding justice. Will the government take some concrete steps to ensure people like Bitta Karate face the strong arm of the law?
No, I'm sure both the state government as well as the central government are on the same page as far as dealing with militancy or the perpetrators of militancy is concerned, and therefore there is no second opinion about it.
So action will be taken against Bitta Karate, against accused in this case. This case will be pursued by this government relentlessly.
I think you would have seen that there has been a headway in dealing with the perpetrators of militancy in Kashmir Valley and Jammu and Kashmir state as a whole, and that process is going on.
My colleague Kamaljeet is also joining us from Srinagar. Kamaljeet, you've been following all the separatist leader, and Farooq Ahmad Dar, known as Bitta Karate, was also caught in India Today's sting operation. Now, give us more details of the background of Bitta Karate for our viewers.
Well, this is day 4 of NIA investigations. They're not just looking at his current, he's also going to be examined for his past. And remember, he's admitted his past sins on camera. He's confessed to new evil designs. Now, that is going to be a matter of investigation because this needs to be corroborated. Now, on camera itself, you remember, if you go back to the old tapes, he's confessing to killing 20 Kashmiri Pandits. In total, it may be up to 43. Now, that needs to be examined because this was a matter which went to the court. What is really sad is that despite the case going to the court, that this man managed to get bail. He's managed to walk free. The fact is that people in number of years have forgotten that there was an exodus, that there was an atmosphere of fear in which the Kashmiri Pandits left. But the case is very much open. The fact remains that there are new chapters which have been brought to light. These are new revelations and need to be examined. This is a man who's confessing on camera. This itself should make it more visible because the case had continued against him. Also, we'll really have to see whether is the Jammu Kashmir police or, for that matter, other investigating agencies who are willing to examine the case and take it forward legally. But yes, Bitta Karate at one point of time is a man who's been famous even for killing Kashmiri Pandits, and something which is admitted on camera. And this itself makes the case much more heinous and serious.
Absolutely, Kamaljeet, be with me. Gaurav, be with me. There's a solid evidence of the mass murderer's cold-blooded killing. Here's the first victim that he boasts about, Satish Tikku. His relative is retelling her horror in the filmmaker Ashok Pandit's 2006 documentary, and the world still remains silent.
My brother was called by some people. He went out. They started beating him. He screamed, shouted, but everyone shut their doors. He was shot by them. Bullets were fired at him, 4 in his stomach and the rest on his head. I went out and found him dead.
इस लड़के ने, बिट्टा कराटे ने सतीश को जान से मारा, उसके लिए आप क्या सजा मुनासिब समझते हैं?
क्या समझते हैं आप? बेटा तो मेरा कहाँ से वापस आएंगे तो क्या कहूँगा?
Now let's also take a listen in to that chilling confession of Farooq Ahmad Dar, alias Bitta Karate, that was caught on tape. Take a listen.
पहला जिस आदमी को पहले आपने जान से मारा, वो कौन था?
पहला मर्डर मैंने सतीश को मारा।
सतीश कौन?
सतीश कुमार टिक्कू। कौन था ये? मुझे ऊपर से मतलब ऑर्डर दिया गया कि उसको हिट करो, मैंने किया।
कौन था ये?
पंडित लड़का।
सिर्फ इसलिए कि पंडित था?
नहीं, वो शायद आरएसएस का था।
ऑर्डर दे किसी को मार दो, आप मार देते थे?
हाँ जी।
चाहे वो कोई भी हो?
कोई भी हो।
अगर वो कहता कि अपने सगे भाई को जान से मार डालो?
जी, मैं तो मार देता।
अगर वो कहता अपनी माँ को जान से मार डालो?
मैं तो मार देता।
That's the word coming in from Bitta Karate, who is still roaming free at the moment. Kamaljeet, first coming to you, what's the next step that we're looking from the Jammu and Kashmir police after these tapes were dug out by India Today?
Well, the matter is going to be under investigation. We'll really have to pursue the Jammu Kashmir government as to what they want to do about it. Now, there has been a larger call taken by the central government that they want the Kashmiri Pandits back in the valley. But the way the atmosphere has been, the men who have been behind killing and exodus of Kashmiri Pandits continue to be either at large or remain scot-free. They have maybe left the path of violence, but the fact is they continue to roam free. In that sense of atmosphere, is there any semblance of justice? There has been no closure for any of those other people who've been victims of terror, who accused Bitta Karate and others.
Absolutely.
And remember, he's confessing taking a point-blank shot at their head, on their heart. So this
Absolutely,
is a new
Kamalji,
evidence. This needs to
absolutely,
be
Kamalji.
examined. But remember, the NIA case at this point of time is clearly about the cross-border.
Yes, but here is the big point, Kamal, and I want to get Gaurav in it very quickly, Gaurav, that shouldn't there also be questions raised on why is it that these confessions haven't been taken on record? Why is it that the prosecution has failed, and where has the failure been if there was any conspiracy behind letting Bitta Karate go?
Oh, absolutely, and that should be a matter of investigation. As the NIA case proceeds, perhaps they will look at these aspects. But as you were asking about who this Bitta Karate is, remember he's one of the first batch of terrorists who went across into Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, trained for 32 days there, came back and became an indiscriminate killing machine. And this is a statement which was made by the then Director General of the Jammu and Kashmir Police, who said that he would kill without remorse. And this man is still out there, still at large, still not convicted.
Absolutely, Gaurav. He looks straight at the interviewer's eyes and he has no remorse, no guilt, no shame in admitting what he did. Thanks, Kamaljeet and Gaurav, for joining us.